Hello Jammy gamers, welcome to another POI video. Now this time we're going to be looking at banks and then Buzz's bar and then like a little kind of like a cowboy house. Just to sort of see what sorts of loot we can get from these types of POIs. Now we're going to do a small series of POIs coming up, so give us a like, give us a subscribe, it really helps the channel out. We want to try and push towards 1,000 subs if we possibly can. It will be a struggle because it's a big uphill battle with that, but let's see how we go. The bank should prove pretty popular, so let me know if there's anyone in particular, any particular PS4 POI that you want to come and have a look at, but otherwise we'll jump in. Now the bank should be, like I said, quite popular. There's loads of glass around, but glass, I don't even get it now. I just drop it as loot when I can just to save space. It's really not worth it when you can just chuck a load of sand in the forge to make your glass bottles. But the office chairs there, really handy. Smash them with a wrench, get those mechanical parts, really handy. As a base idea, it would be a pretty good one. The bank, it's got a lot of concrete or a lot of these harder blocks around the outside. It's quite a large structure, but there's a lot of glass, which would be its downfall. That's a lot of holes to plug in. And really the loot, depending on your setting, you can get loot to respawn as default every 30 days as long as you don't get too close. So I wouldn't build it here. Leave it alone for those 30 days. Loot it early game. We're about to go over all the safes that there are, and there's a lot of safes along this side, along the counters as well as in the vault. So loot it early game. You're going to get pretty poor quality items, right? But once it's respawns, the game score would have advanced your scavenging and the quality Joe perk. I'd have thought you would have put some points into that. You can come back for the higher level loot. That actually might be worth keeping and combining in your workbench. Right, speeding through those little ones, and we go towards the vault door. With all vault doors, I mean, they're hefty, right? They've got a lot of health points, so consider smashing the walls on the side. I do that 90% of the time now because the walls will degrade and be easier to break through than the vault doors themselves. I can hear zombies out the back, so I'll just chuck a wooden frame there to help protect me. You can tell the different noise of them hitting wood, so I'm not too worried. I'm not going to upgrade that. But let's smash through these safes. Zip, nice and quick. And have a little look at what we've got. Now, looting, we've got some paper, some gun parts, great. Some schematics and gun parts. It's a quest. So I do like the quests. Save them up for Horde Night or get some Screamer Hordes on and do the quests. Otherwise, this is a fantastic tip that you're seeing live, kinda. Now, if you've got a very limited inventory space like everybody on 7 Days to Die, combine your gun parts. Like, particularly single player, you would more often than not have read the schematics by now, but combine your gun parts and just then deassemble them when you get back to base. Combine what you need with what you've already got to craft your stronger guns. Single player, you don't need to negotiate what schematics people have read or have a particularly strong weapons maker, so just read your schematics unless you really want to save them to then sell to the trader. Up to you, but for inventory space is such a hot commodity, read them and keep moving on. Glass, don't even bother picking up. Gun parts, combine them, or rather assemble the guns and then you can disassemble them later on. But as for a haul, not too bad, right? Some purple gun parts, which you got to be happy with, and some assembled gun parts there with some blue in there. So for combining and like pumping up those levels, really would. The banks are great. I would recommend. Banks are great. So definitely worth stopping and trying to get all the loot from there. Again, like wait until the loot respawns as well. Like loot them early, wait for the respawn, go back and get that high quality gear. It's brilliant. Banks are good. Now the roofs of shops usually have a dead body like that one there with some more stuff on it and a bag or something like that. Not that lucky with the roof on this bank, but you know, it's worth a check. Moving on to Buzz's bar. Now Buzz's bar is not that great. it's not that great. What I tend to do with all of my POIs now, particularly on our Jam open live play, let's play sort of series, is to put boxes outside or in between POIs. So when you're looting, you can dump all the stuff in there, and then when it comes to going back to base, just pick out the high quality loot, and then just whiz back on the mini bike, or have your mate come and help you and like share the load. But Buzz's Bar, sorry. As a whole, okay for drinks. It is quite handy if you've got the luck of the roll on your side. Meds, opportunities. You can have your pistols, your toilet guns. You know, there's a chance for that. The ovens and things. You've got pots. That could be handy early game. And a small wall safe. I mean, it's okay. It is an okay POI. It's probably better than half the houses because of the fridges, but as a whole, it's not amazing. What I'm really looking forward to, and I'm going to chuck them in the next video, or at least this one, are the bunkers. And you saw that small house with the well. If there's a well on 7 Days to Die, have a look inside. You have to. Even in the the frozen biome trader. That well is going to go down to a bunker or a mine shaft or some sort of other subcut POI. But there's the loot for Buzz's Bar. Get rid of these zombies. The loot is not great, but again, that's a rolled RNG type thing. It could be good, it could be bad. This time it wasn't great. Still worth stopping by and having a look, maybe, yeah, sure. But don't break your neck over it. You're not going to be, it's not going to blow you away, in my humble opinion. So then let's move on to our last one of this video, 3 of 3, and we've got this cowboy house. I don't know what you'd call it, but it looks like a reenactment house, right, with a little jail there and whatever it's supposed to be. Now I've already looted this. Out the back there would be a gas barrel, very, very handy, particularly late game with all the gas you burn through in the auger. But upstairs you've got a medicine cabinet, a bed, and you got that bookshelf. Downstairs you've not got much, but you do have that weapon safe. And here we got some good weapon parts. A lot of them were on us already, but in there you had a couple of blues that are worth combining. And not, it's better than just throwing them away. But there you go. But that's it for this one. Like I said, a like and a subscribe would be much, much appreciated to help us on that uphill battle towards 1,000. Really looking forward to the summer release of Console 7 Days to Die, the Alpha 22. Fingers crossed it's early summer. But really looking forward to that, and I'll have loads more content then. Otherwise, look out for the POI videos, look out for the base outpost concepts, and catch you guys on the next one.